went down, he decided to leave the Thunder for the Warriors, talked about why he didn't leave his bed for a couple days after the decision.
How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it.
Intentional or not, by not reaching out and talking to Westbrook, by essentially Westbrook telling the world that he heard nothing from you, you left him hanging.
Run that up, Rico.
Oh, do you believe that guy? Westbrook shows for the basketball, goes to the rim, and sticks the dagger. Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot. Get it! What a perfect ending! Oh! Oh! We can go home now. Can we go home? Oh, we got that's like magically. 3-ball Westbrook. He got it with 7 seconds to play.
Where do you see the MVP award going, Stephen A?
Got to give it to Russell Westbrook with the sensational season he had, the one-man wrecking crew that he was. I will say this, it was nip and tuck for me until the last week and a half to 2 weeks of the season. I've been a James Harden guy all year long.
Ready for this? My upset special. I'm going to take the Thunder. I'm going to take the Thunder to beat the Rockets for 2 reasons. One, Russell Westbrook. I think he is keenly aware that the talk that he's not the MVP centers on the fact that James Harden's team has won more games. You know, not even that many more games, with a roster that's built perfectly for Harden and in fact would also be perfect for Westbrook. He doesn't have that roster. Never mind the fact that Kawhi Leonard has as many more wins basically to Harden as Harden has to Westbrook, and also has crazy. If one can possibly go to 11 like Spinal Tap, it's Westbrook based on this external motivation. That's number one, Westbrook.
Beautiful 3-screen roll to try to get Harden to guard Russell Westbrook.
It's Harden inside. Now he's 3 for the Rockets. Little dance by Harden right into Robertson. Victor Oladipo. Harden hooks it up to Day. In front, double pumps, met the knee, and puts it right through. By the way, with Harden on the bench, the Rockets were +6. Step back dribble.
It's too easy. He's got to be up on the screen and either.
Shot clock at 9. Harden the drive and a slice.
And they can't call timeout because they only have one timeout left.
30 for Harden. The ball inside and picked up by Harden. Scoring well for this team in a breakout playoff. Good 3, put up and in by James Harden. It's Adams, Abrinas midcourt 3. The series is over. The Rockets advance. And Westbrook and the Thunder will go home. But they go home swinging. James Harden with 34.
Was Westbrook frustrating or a sympathetic figure last night?
I think he was a sympathetic figure, Max. That's what, and Molly, that's what I get from it. He was a very sympathetic figure. I felt bad for him, and I'm going to tell you why. He leaves the game, they're up 12. I mean, in a minute and a half, now they're up 3. That's when the frustration kicked in.
Will LeBron James get out of the East?
Nope. No, he's not going to get out of the East. There was an article about how playoff LeBron is real, and it's because of the defense. And I've been saying that all year. He saves himself defensively for the playoffs. So he doesn't play defense in the regular season. And I brought up the fact that the problem with that Cavs group they had before they made all the trades was these guys weren't internally so self-motivated enough.
Run that up, Rico.
James, a thunderous dunk. Oladipo, matched up with James, 5 to shoot. Oladipo makes his move, drives to the rim. Oh, it's blocked by James.
knows what he has to do to get this under-talented group of guys to the next level. And in this case, it was take the last shot. He told them, give me the ball, I'm going to take the last shot.
Now the big thing is make sure you do not foul anybody here on the dribble. It's going to be changed. Here it is. It's under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Good night, Cleveland. That is for you. 3-on-1 break for Boston. Rozier to the basket. Oh, blocked by James. He did it again. James between the legs. Drives, continues off balance, banks it home. He has loved that angle shot throughout these playoffs. Hit some big ones.
Right now, I want to quickly get your two teams, your finals picks, and who's going to win it all. Stephen A.
I got the Warriors meeting the Cavs. It's a rematch. LeBron James is coming out of the
Run that up, Rico.
LeBron, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. From listening to everybody's reaction to the play at the end with JR getting the rebound, there's still confusion about whether JR thought the game was tied or whether he thought you guys were ahead. From where you stood on the court and from talking to him after the play, what's your reaction to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that?
I would expect Ty Lue to get James out here.
LeBron James congratulating some of the Warriors, and we'll get a standing ovation here at Quicken Loans Arena.
Saw Devin Booker's comments. I mean, this is a sick franchise right now. I mean, insofar as it is a franchise where there's not a lot of accountability, there's not a lot of pride in sort of organizational culture and cohesion. They are losing games at record amount. They're actually, probably on pace to win fewer than 25 games, I think, for the third or fourth straight season.
He's dramatically improving. A multi-skilled player, and I like him on defense. I like his length. You see him getting the starting assignment. They're double teaming Booker, who split the double team.
Over. Booker, his baseline jumper. Here's Booker against Troy Brown Jr. His step back. He is just lethal.
It's great to see Book playing well and Phoenix playing well, but get my man out of Phoenix. It's not good for him. It's not good for his career. Sorry, Chuck. But they got to get Book out of Phoenix.
Yeah, that was the issue. Book with a tough runner off the window.
Tough drive here. I mean, you're going right. Your angle is not the best.
The Suns all of a sudden now down by 13. Book just squares and fires off the mid-range.
Please, that's a major weapon down there.
Booker working on Hardaway Jr. Tied up on the baseline. Doesn't matter.
Your team is the talk of the bubble. Please explain the secret to your success here.
Coach Monty built a culture in us during this bubble throughout the whole quarantine. just instilling, sharing the ball, playing for each other, and playing as a unit when stuff don't go our way.
The outlet away, and the Suns have it. 6 to play. Booker, this is for the win. Got it! Wow!
What a shot by Devin Booker right there. Unbelievable play. But again, that's what the great players do. We find a way.
Roll it on the floor.
It's been an unreal ride, right? And we got to go back to the hotel and see what happens. But I want you guys to know this before that happens. Like this was therapeutic for me to be around a group like this. I got to tell you guys, man, I love it.
Depot on the beat.